the tubes.
But it's like a window at the end. It doesn't actually spill out into your room. It stays behind the glass. Put them on the glass, as Sir Mix-a-Lot said at one point in time.
Paul Goody.
Ben Lawrence, hello, sir.
How's it happening?
Good. One of my favorite jokes, of course, Sir Mix-a-Lot loves big butts and cannot lie. Sir Lotta Mix loves big butts and only tells the truth. Wait, hold on. I messed it up. Well, too late. Ben, nice to see you.
How's it going, Paul?
Oh, it's going okay.
So you had we're recording on a Friday instead of a Thursday because you had to reschedule because you had junk removal people coming to your home.
Yes.
Did they show up in the allotted window?
So this yes, they did. They did show up within the allotted window. Actually, they then I'm gonna tell you the truth.
I just thought of a terrible joke. It's not even a joke.
They I'll bet they did. And let me tell you, that window, filthy. No, the problem is, or not the problem, but the thing that happened is they called and said, "Hey, we're in your neighborhood. Could we show up early?" I was going to say, "Could we come early?" But I said instead, "Could we show up early?"
Yes.
I said yes. So they were actually done in time. Where we could have done the podcast, but I was like, Ben was already fine with changing it. I don't want to alter. And
I'd already gone home by that point too.
Yeah. It's good that it did happen because I went through a series of issues yesterday. I'm on the other side of it now, but I was worried. Because, Ben, do you know why the junk people came to my house?
I only assumed because you're going to be moving soon and needed to downsize your things.
Yes. And this is round one of the thing downsizing. There's going to be more.
Yeah.
But here's the basic thing. Not only did the junk people come, but also a moving company came and looked at everything we had. And the basic thing is that we're using everything that we're moving, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right? We could theoretically pack it all up, but really, it's all going to have to be, that day, pack up, take it. And so the amount of how much it's going to cost to move everything is unknown at this time.
Yeah.
But it's going to be thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And so what I found out later on yesterday was that the amount that it will cost to close the house is more than I originally anticipated, leaving me with no money to move any of the stuff.
Are we bearing the lead here? Did you find a place?
Oh yeah, this is the thing. I'm cagey because we found a place, but the issue is that we we'll have a place.
Yeah.
But us and all of our stuff are going to be here. How does that work? So that's kind of
all right.
That's kind of what the issue is.
After the show today, tell me where it is because I was booking rooms for my trip and I have no idea like where in Chicago you would be if you would be there when I'm there. So we'll talk about that.
Right. Yeah. And as the wise traveler once said, maybe just anywhere on the red line and you could take the red line to where we're at. Because the house that we picked 12 minutes from the red line on foot, which is
I'm assuming
a mean feat.
What they're calling the red line is not a racist banking term, but the name of one of the public transportation lines.
Yeah, there are different lines. There's the red line, the green line, the pink line.
They when they were coming up with multiple different light rail lines here in Seattle, they were calling them the Green Line, and one was going to be the Red Line. But Seattle actually has a redlining history that still kind of shapes the demographics of the parts of the city. And so they're like, maybe call them the 1 line and the 2 line instead.
Let me suggest that perhaps the city of Chicago may have some sort of a history of its own.
I'm assuming that they do.
Yeah, but the Red Line is where I am at, and so yeah, the hope is that we, by the beginning of next month, will be there.
But really, you're gonna close and move that fast, huh?
That's the plan, is to close at the end of this month.
That's
which, so not having the money to move would have been it. So, but here's one. This is basically what happened. Is we applied for a loan under a program that says that you need 1% of the total loan cost at closing, in addition to whatever you put as a down payment. Yeah. So that's money there. Also, the taxes were calculated incorrectly. So
by your agent or by you?
Okay, I can explain it. This might be boring to people, but hey, what's new? Hey, so the basic thing is this. There was a company that bought the house, right? From an old person.
Because of a foreclosure or a bankruptcy or something.
Don't know how they acquired it. They might have paid them and then took it over, whatever. But
one of those reverse mortgages.
It was not lived in by her at the time.
Yeah.
Right. But it was lived in by her up until they took it over, and so the taxes for it were not that. If this makes sense, in just like you, Ben, right? When you pay your taxes in 2025, January 2025, you will not be paying your January 2025 taxes. You're going to be paying your 2024 taxes.
Fourth quarter 2024 estimated tax.
So, all right, because you're special guy. So for me, when I pay my taxes on this house at the end of the year, I'm going to be paying not my taxes, but the taxes of the people that are selling me the house. And they are not residents and are not elderly. So they're paying the maximum tax.
Yeah.
And so we're asking them for a credit for all that tax money prior to us moving in. And so in the end, that money that I didn't think I have, I will have, maybe not all of it, but some of it. So it's a relief for me. But Jennifer had to deal with me freaking out about this. Oh, and here's the other thing. I'd quit caffeine. I haven't drank caffeine for a while.
Yeah.
Last night, we went to Wendy's. I got a vanilla Frosty. Ate half of the vanilla Frosty. It's very difficult to drink the Frosty through a straw. They've even just stopped giving people straws. For them. So I had eaten half of it. And I was like, well, it's a special day. We gonna do this house thing, got all the things going on. I'm gonna give myself a little treat. I'm gonna put this diet Cheerwine, of course, a caffeinated cherry soda.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this diet Cheerwine in this thing. So I drank a caffeinated soda for the first time in a long time. And then I got the estimate, and I was like, well, I'm going to do this paperwork. Got to the estimate. I was like, oh, no, more than I thought. And it was 11 o'clock. And I was not sleepy.
Yeah.
So I got to spend the whole night doing math. And by that I mean, I'm not doing math like on my phone, right? I'm not sitting down and hand drawing stuff. I'm doing math like this. I'm going to sleep. And I'm like, okay, well, if I simply don't pay the last month of rent, maybe they'll prorate it. They could probably prorate the rent, and then my rent is this much, and then I would be able to apply that to the move. Maybe we don't move. Maybe we don't move any of our stuff. Maybe our stuff gets. We just leave it here, and then we call get junk, and they put everything in the trash, and so on and so forth. So I'm just doing that all night, basically.
I remember having those conversations with myself when I was, when I had to strategize on which bills to pay first, depending on which came due first.
Yeah.
With the amount of money that I had and that I was expecting to get.
And so Jennifer said I'm taking her out to eat tonight, based on the pain I put her through.
Don't stay away from that diet cherry wine.
Yeah, cheer wine.
Cheer wine. Sorry.
Yeah. As opposed to who does we don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time. Oh yeah. We can dance and party all night and drink some cherry wine.
If I heard the tune, I might be able to fake it.
Yeah. So I don't know who that is, but then there's also Eagle Eye Cherry, which is of course stay tonight and fight the break of dawn. Completely different.
I had a junk removal come by when I lived in when I lived at Mr. House and I moved out. I had them get rid of a bunch of stuff that I wanted to get rid of, and I was shocked at how expensive it was.
How expensive do you think is expensive?
For what I was getting rid of, right? The biggest thing of which was like a futon and a futon mattress, but it was like. You remember the hallway that I had in the basement of Mr. House, right?
Uh-huh.
That narrow hallway wasn't very long, lined with stuff. Not hoarder messy by any means, just piles of things to throw away. I was estimating $150, $175, and it was close to like $400 to get rid of. And it wasn't I didn't think it was $400 worth of garbage, Yeah. I'm paying for, two guys to haul it out of my house and get rid of it and not think about it anymore.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. I'm not going to ask who you called or anything. Do they pay not based on what they throw away, not based on what they have to do, but based on how much of the truck they fill?
That's exactly what it was, yeah.
Yeah, so the same thing here.
I mean, the dude just stood there and estimated how much they didn't like measure how much the truck would. The guy just looked at it and said, it'll take this much of the truck. It's this cubic footage. So here's how much we're going to charge you for this cubic footage.
So, they basically took out everything that was in the garage, which was problematic. I mean, the garage is going to be problematic. And then also there was like a desk here and they took a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like $448. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah.
But a bunch of stuff, right? And then there was the end and there was a tip thing. And I was like, well.
Tipping culture, man.
I mean, these guys did work. It's their jobs, yes. But I ended up giving them both like $40.
Oh, geez.
Because I was like, 10% of the thing seems right. So yeah, it ended up being like 520, whatever.
I honestly don't remember if I tipped or not, or if it was even asked.
It was on. So this is my plan. I'll give you my plan of what's happening. So
yeah.
So house should close on the 30th. We need to be there for that.
Right.
So we'll be driving from Illinois to Chicago. The thought is...
Which is in Illinois.
Right. Rent a van, and in that van have, our stuff that we are going to move ourselves. And then a couple of other things will happen. Depending on how much money we have. If we have the amount of money that has been asked for, we'll, have the moving company. Because the thing is that we're doing is we're having the moving company pack as well.
Yeah, which is an added cost.
Much added cost, yeah. Which is what makes it,
Yeah.
how much it is. So if we have that much, then we'll do that. And regardless, we're going to be calling the junk people again.
Yeah.
And what may have to happen. So we pack the essentials, and then what may happen is we'll get more or less of our stuff depending on how much we have for the movers, and then the rest are the junk people. And then what we plan to do is call the people that we rent from and say, hey, look, we're going to be leaving. Can we just do 2 weeks rent and prorate the rest?
Yeah.
Or do you want the full thing? And see what happens there as far as that goes. So that's a thought. And then the other thing is this. Hey, do you want us to pay for someone to come and clean this place while we're here, or can we just give you some extra money for your cleaning things? We have a pretty good relationship with them, so we'll see.
I've never owned a rental property, so I don't know what goes into flipping it for a new tenant. Like maybe they have stuff, maybe they have renovations they want to do to the house.
Well, the thing that I'm concerned about is if they have renovations and they try to
make you pay for the new cabinets.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that's legal.
You guys ruined the cabinets or whatever.
Yeah.
Ooh, we have a lawyer. That's part of the. I wonder. I'm not going to do it now, but I wonder if they say, "Hey, we're going to, make you pay for this stuff." If we can talk to our lawyer for the house rental and say, "Hey, they want to do this. Is this possible?" Possible. I could at least call the paralegal. Ooh. Anyway, yeah. So that's the way they do it in Chicagoland, Ben.
Yeah.
You have a lawyer who does the closing costs, which is pretty exciting. So anyway, yeah. All this to say, we plan to be in Chicago by this time or a week from now, somewhere in there for next month.
That's wild. Congratulations. I honestly didn't think that was going to happen before I came out to visit, but
neither did I.
I'm happy it is because I've not spent any considerable time in Chicago.
Now here's the thing. When are you coming to visit again?
I will be there on Friday the 18th.
Yeah. I mean, we should be there by Friday. If we're still here,
October 18th. I'm not helping you move, Paul. If you're lining this
no.
up to coincide with my visit.
No, here's what I'm saying. I'm saying if we're still here by that time, much like if you and I ever have a Patreon, something has happened. Something has gone off plan. Because once we're done, we're done. We want to be in there. That's going to be the new place. Did you know if you have a smart TV like we do, and you have Google Maps and you open up the Google Street View thing, that it's pretty darn crystal clear.
Like it knows where it is?
Like what I mean is on the image on the screen. There aren't artifacts. It's all really good pictures. So yeah, I went around the neighborhood with the Google Maps.
Oh, of your new place?
Yep.
Wow.
Now I did see a man lying on the sidewalk at one point. And it struck me as odd because, and you'll understand this, maybe some other folks, but the sort of slump that someone has when they're on the sidewalk. They're usually on the sidewalk, but also on something else, like a wall or whatever. This individual was fully on the sidewalk, like laid out on the sidewalk,
prone or supine.
Maybe like they were sleeping. Had one hand down the front of their pants. And I couldn't tell exactly how deep they were going. It
was just a picture after all.
Was it just Al Bundy on the couch, kind of, or was it Not sure. Not sure exactly, but it did strike me as being a little bit odd.
Yeah.
I don't think it was. Here's the thing: some people do things for pranks. I think that this was just a slice of life,
I
real
mean,
thing that
you
the
might not see you've lived in the big city before, Paul. You might not
yeah.
see that kind of thing in Edwardsville, Illinois, but like here in Seattle, like I walk past people on the street all the time who slumped over in weird like how is that not uncomfortable sort
Yeah,
of
and
positions?
the answer is probably it is uncomfortable, but
They just don't feel it.
or they feel it. It is uncomfortable, and they feel it. But what else are you going to do? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think I figured it out. Then I really do think that I figured it out. The reason why we, as city folk, um, you know, stepping over the homeless person, on your walk and not even really thinking twice about it, all of
Yeah.
that. Um, there is a small town thing which isn't necessary, and I'm being uncharitable here to small town people a little bit. If you're a small town person listening, I'm probably not talking about you, but who knows? Um, and the thought is this: it's not that they look at them and they say, "Oh, that poor person. I can't believe what society has done for them to that." It's just they look at them and they say, "Well, that person shouldn't be here. Why are they here?
Yeah.
Someone should make that person be somewhere else." That's kind of
I'm
the
gonna call the cops to get this homeless person who has mental health issues off my street and out of my sight.
hey. Speaking of mental health issues, um, I am not a secret agent, but I am a paranoid individual, and we were in the house and we heard this from the outside, and I can't do it justice, so I'm just going to say, boom, boom, two really hard knocks on the front door,
Okay.
like someone was trying to, you know, bust it out. And so, imagine, if you will, the scene in Jason Bourne where he's like walking through
Never
the
seen it.
place, and he pulls the fire map off of the wall so that he can follow it,
Okay.
which I thought was weird because he did also say that he could memorize all the license plate numbers in a parking lot. If you could do that, can't you just look at the thing and memorize the map?
He's got a
Come
memory
on.
for letters and numbers, not
Yeah,
imagery.
that's exactly true. I think we've proven it here on the podcast. But the idea is that um, boom boom, I'm already walking out the door. I mean, through the kitchen out. I hear Jennifer saying, you're walking the wrong way," and Betty's saying, "Dad, what is like?" I register both those things happening,
Yeah.
but I don't respond. It doesn't change what I do, which is I walk out the side door here, close it very softly, and then walk around the side of the apartment or side of the house.
Yeah.
Sorry, and there I see three young children on bikes looking at the house expectantly. And then eventually they realize that I'm there.
They're on the street, or did?
They're 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 right they're right on the other side of our house. So they're across the street
Okay.
on the sidewalk. Um, and I say, "Can I help you?" And they all look and they're confused. And then I point to the door and I say, "Can I help you?"
Yeah.
And one of the kids says, "Sorry," and then they all right away. And so then I come back in and they're like, "What did you do? Why did you go?" I was like, "They're just some kids." But I was thinking, of course, this is it. They're coming. Whoever they are, I don't know. But
Yeah.
and then Jennifer says, "Oh yeah, I heard this trend that's been going around where children bang on doors, and then when you come out, they say something like, 'Have a nice day,' or they're really nice about it." And and I think that I've ruined the thing. But
How
here's
many TikTok challenges have gotten people killed? Come on.
this is my thing is that yeah, that's cute, but it may not have been what it was.
But the
What if it had been cops?
yeah, the going theory is that one of these kids pounded on your door
Hmm.
and you went
And
around.
they were waiting for us to open the door, and then they were going to do something,
Yeah.
probably say something nice or
Or
whatever. But instead,
throw a flaming bag of dog poop in your
yeah,
face.
instead there's suddenly this guy who has appeared basically out of nowhere,
Yeah.
asking them if he can help them. And I said to Jennifer, "Do you think I should go and apologize to them, or?" And she was like, "No, because yeah, me following them down the street afterwards, saying things to them, not helpful,
No good.
not good."
I don't know. You know what? I think going out the side door and walking around, it was the pro move. Like if somebody's pounding on your front door, you don't know what's gonna happen if you
Exactly,
open it.
exactly. That's my thought too. And my car's out there, so if I have to leave really fast, I can do that.
Goodbye, love you.
Or, but here's the thing: if they're after me, lead them away from the house.
Yeah,
They don't know who else is in there.
save your family.
Save your family for later.
Save your fork. There's family.
Oh, hey, speaking of pie, I've been watching Twin Peaks again.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, still love it. Still great. But
yeah.
I'm also consuming the supplementary materials.
On the DVDs.
Um, oh no, they're like books
Oh,
and
I see. The
so all
companion
the
comic
audio,
book.
all the audios. Wait, is there a companion comic
No,
book?
there
I don't think
probably
there
isn't.
is.
There probably
Yeah,
is. Who knows? Twin Peaks is a pretty
no,
big
I don't
property.
think so. You got me excited for a second. But...
I've 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 been watching Peaky Blinders. I just started. I think I told you this. I just
Oh,
started season 4 or 5.
wow. How's it? Does it still? Is it still working? Is it still
You know what?
good?
At this point, I'm kind of. I think I've already talked about this on the show. I think now that I know the characters' names, I'm kind of more invested. Like,
Yeah.
I think I may have mentioned this before, but like, it starts off, and they just introduce so many new characters, and you're like, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? They all look alike to me.
Yeah.
So I know Cillian Murphy, and he's the only one that I'm really paying attention to. But it's a very slow burn. I don't know if you ever watched Boardwalk Empire, that
I
HBO
watched
show.
a bunch of it.
Yeah, I watched all of it, and it's the same kind of thing, which is it's interesting because it's like Boardwalk Empire, but they're in Birmingham and not New
Hmm.
Jersey.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a very slow burn, but now that things are happening and the plot's moving forward, and I know the characters' names, I'm getting into it.
Cool, cool, cool. I've been watching Shogun
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
on Hulu. Oh, okay. So I'm at the
Well,
point.
I saw the new one. I've not seen the TV show from like the 70s.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm talking about the new one as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've gotten to the point where
Spoilers for Shogun.
spoilers for Shogun. I've gotten to the point where the woman who speaks Portuguese, her husband is alive. They found out that the husband is alive, and so he's gone to live with them in that house. And
Yeah.
the son of the guy from Lost, the main guy, like leader guy, who's like all sneaky and dressed up as the woman, but also very commanding. Whoever that guy is.
In Shogun?
Yeah, yeah. The leader of he quit the council
Oh
so that
yeah,
he
yeah.
could
Yeah,
that
that
guy.
guy. I don't remember his name, but
So his son just got kicked off of the cannon regiment.
yeah.
That was great too. That's something that really worked for me. was the thing of him starting to talk about tactics and realizing he didn't know anything, but then going, "Oh wait, you know what I can tell you?"
Cannons. I know cannons.
Yeah, exactly. I can.
Um,
I don't know how that works
he,
exactly.
based on some news that just came out, I feel like I should
Oh
tell you that
hey,
this
yeah.
show is not taking any money from any unregistered Soviet or Russian agents. We are not taking any funds to
Uh,
amplify any sort of message that any money that sort of influences what we tell our audience,
so these are
except from the Gummy Council,
gummy sour cherry bombs. Have we talked about these yet?
maybe.
Okay, so I got these under the misconception that they would be like gummy
Bombs.
bears. They are not like gummy bears. They are like Sour Patch Kids, which Sour Patch Kids are fine, but I do not think of Sour Patch Kids as gummies.
The texture is different.
Exactly. The
I yeah,
texture.
yes.
They're more like Swedish fish.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's famously that's what Sour Patch Kids are. They're just Swedish fish with sour coating.
And then one guy cut them up and put them in Cheerios, and that's how.
That's how we got circus peanuts.
So I don't know. So Ben,
Yeah.
you might remember I've been staying away from social media, except for one person's Discord, and Boing Boing isn't social media, but it does have news on it occasionally. But so I don't know about this Russian.
So this is from a recently unsealed DOJ letter where people, Russian assets from the, I don't know if they exist anymore, RT, Russia Today, it's a news organization in Russia, went through a third party, like, company. And the member of this third party, their job was to sign up right wing, conservative, MAGA influencers. And basically, they just got these right wing influencers just got a crap ton of money. Like, I don't know if you know any of these names, but Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, these are famous right wingers. Tim Pool is like this annoying fellow who was like, he was saying the U.S. should apologize to Russia for supporting Ukraine. Like Ukraine is the enemy of the U.S. Really promoting the pro-Russian agenda.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they were getting just mad money from Russia. One of these influencers was getting $100,000 a week.
Wow.
Sounds like a lot of money because it is.
Well, Ben, what I have to say to that is Ukraine. No, I'm kidding. I can't even commit to the bet. Won't do it.
Yeah. So, but now what's funny is that these influencers, these YouTubers who were making almost $500,000 a month, are saying they didn't know where the money came from, and they are the victims.
They're the victims of.
They're the victims.
What?
You've got of this illegal influencing scam. And the victims of receiving 7 figures for,
You were taken in.
Yeah.
Now, Ben, it sounds to me like you're blaming the victim.
When you're talking about right-wing influencers making $100,000 per video, yeah, I'm gonna blame that victim.
Oh, they were paid, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Just because they got money, they're suddenly traitors.
Other than that, I don't know of any other big news stories that have happened recently, aside from, like, this is the only country where this happens regularly. There was a school shooting in Georgia. Both the father of the shooter were arrested because the father gave his son an AR-style weapon for his 14th birthday. The weapon that was used to kill 2 students and 2 teachers at this school.
Now, this weapon, is it legal for a 14-year-old to own it?
In Georgia, I don't know.
Okay. I'm just wondering, did he get arrested because it was used in a crime, or did he get arrested because he wasn't supposed to have it in the first place?
Well, you can't legislate bad parenting, right?
Right.
Apparently the feds.
Well, you can.
Apparently,
depending on how bad of a parent you
the
are.
feds had already visited the home of this kid and talked to the father, and the father said he's a good kid, he won't do anything wrong. Less than a year later, he kills 4 people.
Wow. Yeah, you never know. People are one bad day away from something that you can't take back.
I saw a Michael Douglas movie based on that.
Yeah. Man, I gotta say, Ben, I don't know. Do you know who wrote or directed it?
I don't. I can look it
Down?
up, though. Yeah.
Because I really, I mean, and find out what year it came out, too. Because I saw it when it came out.
I saw it on HBO, or I saw it on cable once. I'm gonna, before I look it up, I'm gonna say 1993.
Wow, that would be amazing, because I think it's earlier than that. And if it's not, that's crazy.
93?
1990,
Yeah.
1993. Wow, I was in college at that time. I could have sworn that I was a kid when I saw it.
All right.
Well,
guess who directed it?
Ron Howard.
Nope. I'll give you.
I was trying to think of who would I not expect to have directed it?
Think of George Clooney's Batman.
Wait. Okay, I know who this is, but I don't know who it is. Does that make sense? Like, I can picture him in my mind. It was the same guy who directed that?
Joel Schumacher.
Joel Schumacher, wow.
I've never heard of the writer.
What, could you say it, just in case?
Ebby Rose Smith.
Find out what else they've done. You can do that, right? You just click on their name and it'll pull up.
Oh, Joel Schumacher died in 2020.
Oh.
I did not know that.
Wasn't me.
The writer also has other writing credits, including... he's also an actor.
Oh.
Wow. He was in Turner and Hooch. He was in Falling Down as Guy on Freeway.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got a lot of acting credits.
Man, I hate it when writers put themselves in their own... Obviously, it's a self-insert.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's mainly an actor. Falling Down is his only written by credit.
Wow.
He did the teleplay for a TV movie called Partners. I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing it's law related.
Mm.
And he did the screenplay for the 1994 adaptation of the classic 50s TV show Car 54, Where Are You?
Wow. Acting wise, what is his biggest role that we might know
of? He's been in a bunch of, it's mostly TV. He was in an episode of Cheers, one episode of Cheers as Ron. He was in an episode of Doogie Howser MD as Suspect. He was in an episode of Wise Guy as Fred. Wise Guy, you may know if you've ever watched...
Oh, of course I know Wise Guy.
Yeah, if you've ever watched Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul, Wise Guy stars Jonathan Banks.
Jonathan Banks as the cop, or Fed, or whoever it is that the titular Wise Guy is partnering with.
More recently...
Is it Ken Wall who's the guy?
In Wise Guy?
Yeah, I think it is. Ken Wall. Look it up.
Ken Wall is Vinny Terranova.
Vinny Terranova.
And Jonathan Banks plays Frank McPike.
Yep.
All right.
I was a big Jonathan Banks fan from his turn as Mr. McPike.
Yeah. Anyway,
So,
1993.
oh,
Called it.
okay. So what I was going to say is when I saw it, so I was 20 years old. Could have sworn it was earlier. That's crazy. When Michael Douglas said, "How did I become the bad guy?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Wait a second, yeah," because they really did do a thing where it's like, celebrating him at first, like he's doing everything that I want to do,
Yeah.
and then
He's just a man at his limit.
the man that he's buying his weapons from turns out to be homophobic, and you don't feel good about that, right? And you suddenly realize, oh yeah, all the stuff that he's doing is bad.
Yeah.
So pretty good. And also, I believe the main detective on it. Oh, what's his name? He's been in a lot of stuff. Can't think of it. He was in The Apostle, and he was in THX 1138. Is it 1138? Is that right?
Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall. In it, Robert Duvall is the cop who's almost going to be retired, and he lives. Spoilers for Falling Down.
I'm getting too old for this.
And he was.
Tuesday Weld was in it. She plays Robert Duvall's wife.
Huh. That's, of course, a sheet metal worker's to-do list.
Rachel Ticotin. Rachel Ticotin, you might recall from such a movie as Total Recall. She's also in Con Air.
Oh, one of the things I should mention. The house.
All right, I'll stop looking at
We're
that.
getting the inspection
Yeah.
done on Sunday.
A Sunday inspection?
And one of the things we're doing besides just inspecting the regular part is we're doing we've already started a radon test.
A radon test? Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently radon is a problem.
Did not know that. I know that you gotta, like, depending on how old it is, your pipes might be lined with asbestos.
Yeah, there's asbestos tile in many different places.
Yeah.
And the main thing that they suggest is just to leave it.
Yeah.
The big problem with asbestos is when you try to take it out and you breathe the airs. But anyway, I was going to say, when Jennifer said radon, I was like, and she was like, what? I'm like, radon Chong. And she was like, come on, that's not even a joke. It's just you just said that word sounded like.
And why is Beavis saying that?
Oh yes, I am Beavis apparently.
Oysterhead.
It's
me. Radon balloon.
Polio. Oh. Well, I mean, radon is a gas, so that would make sense. It can give you cancer real fast, is what Jennifer said. I was like, do we need to do this radon test? And she's like, yes.
If you want to live out your mortgage.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh man, think about it. We'll be 81.
Yeah.
When we get the mortgage.
30-year mortgage.
Yeah. But who knows? We could have a windfall and pay it off sooner.
2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, full garage, yard.
Well then, let me just read you a little bit. Oh, I happen to have it just pulled up right here. All right, I'm not going to read you about the.
Don't say the address, but after the show, give me the address. Give me the monkey.
Number of garage spaces, 2.
Nice.
Number of parking total, 2.
In the garage.
And you it's a permit parking only. Parking garage. So even though it's permit parking, it doesn't matter. Garage ownership, owned. Garage on site, yes. Garage type, detached.
Mm.
Driveway, off alley.
Hmm.
Bathroom information, number of baths full, 2.
Nice.
Basement bathrooms, yes.
Betty
Bedroom
gets her
information,
own.
number of bed. No, I get my own. Number of
It's
bedrooms,
better for
3.
everybody.
Yep, exactly. I'm going to be using the one in the basement probably.
Yeah.
Um, number of bedrooms, 3. Number of bedrooms possible, 3. Room information, bedroom number 1, dimensions. Oh, main bedroom, 13 by 10. Bedroom number 2 is 13. Oh, that's weird. Bedroom number 2, there are 3 bedrooms. Bedroom number 2 is 13 by 10. Bedroom number 3 is 11 by 7. And bedroom number 4 is also there.
3 bedrooms, but bedroom number 4?
Yeah, bedroom number 4 doesn't have dimensions. And they start at 2,
Yeah, just
then go to 3,
put
and
the
then go to
cot
4.
in the corner of the room over in the living room here. You did somebody's bedroom if you need it.
It's a bedroom. You're fine. Dining room, dimensions 10 by 11. Family room in the basement, dimensions 22 by 20.
Family room in the basement. So
Yep.
is Jennifer using one of these bedrooms as her studio?
Maybe, but maybe not. The house is situated near a confluence of 3 freeways,
Okay.
so there is traffic
right
noise.
above you.
Well, right over there. So yeah, it is an issue. We're gonna probably build a soundproof something. Room type, kitchen type, galley, level main, dimensions 9 by 9. Laundry in the basement, dimensions 7 by 7. Living room on the main floor, 15 by 11. Oh, master bedroom on the main floor.
Primary bedroom. We don't say that anymore.
Primary bedroom. It says master bedroom on the thing.
It's taken a long time to catch up.
Yep. Main bedroom, 13 by 11. Additional rooms confirmation. Dining room is combined with living room. None. Basement, English. Good. Ugh. Laundry features. Gas dryer hookup.
Gas dryer. That way, if the power goes out, you can still do laundry. Or you can still finish your laundry.
Hardwood floors, dining combo. Number of rooms, 7 total. Window features. Screens. Equipment. Appliances range. Appliances refrigerator. Appliances washer. Appliances dryer. Appliances gas cooktop. Here it is, Ben. Are you ready?
Gotta get rid of that. Get you an induction stove.
Fireplace location. Basement. Fireplace features. Wood burning. We have a basement.
That basement's gonna get so hot.
So yeah, it's a brick house.
It's mighty.
It is, yes, 61 to 70 years old.
Okay.
So that'd be what?
1964.
1964. Okay. It's neat looking. It's got an asphalt roof, concrete perimeter foundation.
54 to 64, if it's 60, 70.
Less than a 25-acre lot. It's got a fenced yard, mature trees, chain link fence, outdoor lighting, sidewalks.
None of them underage trees.
Oh yeah, no thanks. Sewer is a public sewer.
A TILF.
Electric. Heating is natural gas. We have an air conditioner.
Congratulations. Well, I hear it does get hot in Chicago.
It does, for sure. It was one of the things we looked for. And that's it. Yep, that's the house.
Single story with a full basement?
Single story with a full... It's split level.
Okay.
So the basement is a walkout basement.
Yeah.
I was about to show you a picture of it on the stream. No thanks.
You have 9 minutes.
Yeah.
So you can do that.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna show a picture of my house to the stream. Are you kidding? For
the zero people who are watching.
Oh, well, people can find it.
No.
They'll look at it later. I'll tell you what, Stephen McCandless made the effort to write to us and tell us about, hey, here's some stuff that you might be
Some
interested in.
fodder and grist.
We've got 10 minutes. Let's talk about it.
Pull it up.
All right, here we go. I'm looking for it.
I know
Okay.
that one of the things he sent is the trailer for the final Grand Tour.
Yeah. Now, so here's the thing: the Grand Tour, right?
Yeah.
Is that the show that he got kicked off of, and then he left?
Jeremy Clarkson got fired from Top Gear.
He got Top Gear. Okay.
In
That's what I was
solidarity,
confused about.
Richard Hammond and James May left the show as well. Amazon scooped them up and created the Grand Tour, which is a very Top Gear type show.
Basically the same guys, but
the same three blokes, just bumming around in different cars. And this is the final one. This is the final Grand Tour, starring those three guys. I hear Amazon has said that the Grand Tour will continue with 3 different presenters. Good luck finding an audience. Top Gear, I think, is still around, but has had trouble finding an audience after the 3 original guys left.
Let's see. Exhibit, and then 2 other people.
Pimp My Tour.
Who people know about car. People know from car things. That's why I'm thinking about it. It's just Vin Diesel, Exhibit, and
actually, Vin, this show is about cars, not family. Everything's about family.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. Now you guys don't know this, but Ben had a little thing that he pressed a button on that I suppose he just has with him that does Vin Diesel quotes. It was amazing.
I am
kind of, yeah. So he set it up. That's amazing, Ben. So we saw also ASS, which stands for Actually Smart Summon.
I didn't follow any of these links, sadly. So you're gonna have to tell me what they are.
So the Actually Smart Summon is a test that this guy's doing with basically in video games you can call a car to your location and it will just show up.
Yeah.
This is a real life version of it and it works. You're looking at it and it works.
Don't Teslas do that? Don't they have a summon feature?
Maybe.
And not like they can like drive through town and pick you up, but like if it's in the garage, you can have it like pull itself out of the garage.
What this guy did, and I'm not gonna let you hear it. I'm gonna turn it down here. So I'm just gonna describe what I'm seeing here. So there's a guy. He's in a parking lot. The car is next to him in the parking lot. He exits the parking lot and stands, or maybe he's already out of the parking lot. That part isn't important. He's standing somewhere where the car isn't. And he uses an app on his phone that says "Come to me," and then the car turns on.
Come to Daddy.
And it's let's see what it does. What does it do first? It is thinking. The car is thinking, and then
the car decides it doesn't want to go.
Oh no! Then it goes forward and turns around in the parking lot. Anyway, the bottom line is the car finds him. And that's pretty cool.
It's convenient that he's in an empty... I'm watching it along with you. It's convenient that he's in an empty parking lot.
That's true. I've already switched the next video, Ben, because I see that we're getting towards the end. This is Eastern Ukraine. A Ukrainian drone drops molten thermite on a Russian-held tree line, setting it ablaze. So yeah, the drone with the thermite... It's very bright.
Yeah.
And it's basically like a...
It looks like a fire monster walking through the forest.
That's what I was going to say. It looks like a fire being just walking.
Yeah.
Walking along. Pretty creepy and crazy.
There's weapons of war,
man. It's like a reverse lightsaber. Kind of. It's just a beam of fire that's coming down. And that's what I would describe it, a beam.
A
It's not
beam.
really a column. It's like really bright,
Yeah.
really yeah. So that's disturbing, and something that did in fact happen.
You don't want to. You don't want to be a Russian citizen conscripted into this war that you don't want to fight in, only to be vaporized by a drone dropping a beam of thermite on you.
Exactly. That's not. I mean,
You thought hiding in the trees was a smart move.
Betty has mentioned that sometimes people online will, like, if she says anything about the military or war, about not wanting to be in war or whatever,
Yeah.
like they'll say, well, good luck if you're in selective service, you're going to be drafted soon or whatever, which is weird, because no, I don't think they're going to be drafting Betty anytime soon. But also number two,
She 4F.
we don't do. I don't know.
That was like a medical
Um,
exemption to get out of Vietnam.
that was my guess, is that one of her many things would be an exemption.
Well, as Sergeant Hulka in the movie Stripes says, "Son, there ain't no draft."
What does that mean?
John Candy.
Stripes.
John Candy's character,
Yeah.
the lean, mean fighting machine, joined the army to avoid the draft.
Yes.
And Sergeant
That's
Hulka
right.
says,
That's right.
"Son, there ain't no draft no more." And then John says, "There was one?"
Which makes it, yeah. It's funny. The Canadians are funny.
That's, you know what? I'm sure there are some problematic parts, but I really remember enjoying that movie.
Hey, speaking about the Canadians are funny, I'm just going to say it again. The Australians are funny, Ben. I am once again pitching both BigSoftTitty.png, Tom Walker, Demi Lardner. It's great to watch. And also my new favorite, of course, Auntie Donna. Auntie Donna's Big Old House of Fun, available on Netflix, Ben. You could watch it. And it's really good.
I'm reading a book right now called Hollow Kingdom. It's about the zombie apocalypse in Seattle, told from the point of view of a foul-mouthed crow, whose name I can't even say on the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting. Love and Time of Zombies was a zombie apocalypse in Seattle. I wonder if there's any crossover.
Maybe you should read this book to see if anything was lifted, because this book was released in
no,
2019.
I really don't think there would have been anything. Hey, the one thing that I do remember, and I'm not going to go looking for it because I don't look at reviews of any of my books. It makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Is someone who said that Freeway Park, as I described it, was really confusing, and I would agree. It is kind of confusing. Freeway Park.
Freeway Park, or the way you described it?
Just Freeway Park in general.
Yeah.
I was describing Freeway Park as it is, but if you've never seen it, you're not going to get exactly what it is. So I still think the reason I put Freeway Park in there is because at one point in time, Ben, I'm sure that you remember this, I wanted it to be filmed, and I thought that filming Freeway Park in that way would be
Make a nice set piece.
Yeah. And hey, Ben, speaking of making a nice set piece, we're at the end of the show.
Oh my goodness, how did that happen?
You know how it happened?
Time marches
having
on.
a great conversation. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, and time as well. So Ben, I will talk to you next week. Till then, please keep it wrong. How's it happening? And the other thing that we don't remember.
How's it happening? Keep it wrong. I'll talk to you next week, Paul.